Hello again. I'm Blarg. That's Hugs. Welcome.
What's up?
We've got more round one pools on this day one of this 10th Genesis.
Mm-hmm. We got an interesting one coming up.
Yeah.
I think everyone's going to be very excited about it.
It's a meme and a half. I can tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of meme potential on this matchup. Can you all guess? One of them, they're both like the same height. They kind of have the same build. Is that a good hint?
I don't think there is such a thing as a good hint, but one of them is asking for a chair swap right now. And that's
a hint.
A decent precursor.
Yeah, everyone's been sitting on the the chairs that I'm sitting on, right? Like these kinds?
Yeah, these are good.
And so this is the type of player that would ask to switch that in the middle of a round one game.
Yeah, here it comes. There's somebody coming out from backstage right now.
There it is. Yeah,
there you go.
The reveal.
It's someone from backstage. If you've never been, this is something that I was kind of surprised at, but I don't know why it surprised me. But if you've never been backstage at a major, the truth is that it just has a bunch of tech guys losing their minds. That's it. That's all that's back here, and then
nothing
maybe
fancy.
A water cooler. Yeah, it's like people are like, oh, there must be something behind the curtain.
Yeah, it's not like VIP. I mean, there is a VIP. Is there a VIP room this year?
I have no idea. Okay. I remember there was one a few years ago, and I walked in, and there were 3 setups and cold medicine, and I walked out.
Yeah, they used to really ball out on VIP rooms. They used to actually hire people specifically to deck them out. Shout outs to Monica, as someone who used to do it at certain Canadian events, and it was a cool thing. But then as the industry tries cutting costs, maybe we don't need to deck out the VIP rooms as much. So now it's just TVs.
As the invented money that we built the VIP rooms on declines from usage, we have to shift to other forms of
to things that actually really demand the money.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so here are the people. We have Leffen and Aiden Calvin.
Yes. This is going to be a fun match. But now Aiden has actually been grinded. I believe Aiden. Okay, I was trying to hype. Oh, you're laughing.
You were really giving it a shot.
I was trying. I didn't even get to finish the sentence. But he's been grinding, I swear. Right. I think he's hit. Is it Master or Grandmaster on?
I think Master, because Grandmaster is pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not to say he couldn't do it. I'm just saying Master is the more probable of the 2 outcomes.
Yeah. Aiden, come on.
Yeah.
All right.
So something I remember, because I played Leffen a couple of years ago, something I remember about playing Leffen and somebody that good is it becomes clear right away that they are just a fox.
What do you mean by that?
They are hitting literally everything, and they are doing everything correctly, but they aren't breaking the character or anything like that.
I see. So you mean I expect this to happen?
Yeah, but they don't have any they don't have any superpowers, is what I'm getting at. Where it's
he's just a man.
The frame data they have is the same. They will destroy you completely, but it is just that character. And it's interesting because it's just well, this is what the limit of that is. I guess what my takeaway was, there's nothing I'm missing about the game.
Right. He's just playing it better.
He's just doing everything correctly.
Right. I see. There's no mystery. I see what you're saying. Yes.
There must be something I'm doing.
That's a good observation. Yeah, I did have that impression back when I used to play Leffen. It's the punish game was crazy, but everything was straightforward.
Oh, Fox. Yeah.
This is a Fox, but just at peak.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, Sheik in center stage. Ooh. Good boost grab. And Nair's into nothing.
Yeah. The thing about somebody with a punish game like Leffen's, it'll make you slip up because every interaction just has to convert that much more.
Yeah. Something that people say about winning punish game really hard as well is it's hard to orient yourself technically when you're doing that. Because you're all right, time to do neutral. And you do a short up aerial and you get comboed to death and you spend 30 seconds alternating directions on the control stick.
Yes.
Just trying to DI out. And then you come back from respawn, it's all right. And then you get invincibility to try and be fast again, and then you get hit again.
Yeah.
And it's it's impossible to get your bear. Right?
Yeah, that's why sometimes you'll see someone like Aiden slip up with that random Nair out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In the middle of actually getting a punish on Leffen.
Yeah.
Okay, no jump. Let's see if Aiden's playing the first stock this time. No SD on this one.
Right, yeah.
Trying to get back on stage, though.
But
yeah. That was Shine. That was a
Shine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here, that edge guard, brutal. Sheik always having some trouble getting on stage. That's where a lot of characters will get their damage on Sheik.
Yeah.
There are some mix-up, but Sheik is always, I'd say it's the slightly lower point for the character is
like
recovery.
a lot of matchups, Shine is overwhelmingly powerful, but the way in which it's powerful is different from other matchups.
Yeah.
So like that can be something that like I remember struggling with that when I was trying to learn the matchup of like where is Shine broken, and it's like at the startup of up B and like things like that, as opposed to like if you're playing against Spaceys where the recovery takes a long time. If you're playing against Falcon, you can do whenever you want. Like it's just different things.
Right. Let's see. And yeah, Leffen actually going all out as he usually does when he's playing. It doesn't matter that they're friends. It doesn't matter that this is round one. Leffen taking it
he did
super
the thing
seriously.
that gave Mewtwo King a panic attack.
What was that?
Aerial Shine Out Shield in the combo. There's like another, like an old Twitch clip where Mewtwo King sees him do that on Amsa, pauses the stream and starts screaming. That's so hard to do!
I think I've seen that. I thought you were almost saying that Mewtwo King was here competing and that they had played earlier at some point.
That would be funny if he had already played Mewtwo King and was now playing Calvin. That would be a very funny thing.
Beating Mewtwo King round one into Aiden Calvin.
It's like, why didn't you see Mewtwo King? He was playing Bowser. I don't care.
I hear he's streaming right now, actually, on some marathon, or did for his birthday.
Oh, it said, his category just said retro.
Jason, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. That was a real
combo. Crowd absolutely popping off for it. People, it is loud out there.
Yeah, yeah. And a large part of the crowd, you might not see it from like the camera perspective because most people are in the back playing their games or grinding. Yeah. But they could all see the stage and they're still cheering from way back there where the TVs are at.
Right.
Okay.
Dude, there's people literally just like clapping when Aiden gets a hit.
No, he's a crowd favorite, you know, regardless. And honestly, quite a good player and getting better all the time. It's just Leffen is that tough of an opponent.
Yeah. It is difficult. It's difficult to talk about. That's a task in round one pools, right? Where it's like you have to talk about people's skill sets with nuance. That's all well and good. Where like the 4 and the 5 seed of a pool play each other. But then this happens, and you're like, all right, Calvin took 2 stocks. Cool.
Yeah. Which that's an accomplishment, right?
Leffen wins.
Leffen takes it.
I think Leffen's most impressive victory today so far has been against himself.
Yes.
And that one might have been second.
Yes. All right. Fun first game.
Yeah. And you can see there's a bunch of people out there. And then
the crowd's thickening out. Like more and more people are showing up.
I mean, as the day goes on, like the end of today is the end of doubles. So like as more people go on, people will fill out. Stuff.
Yeah.
And as people get through the big old security line at the front, and
it's a lot lighter right now. But you know what I do like about this year's layout is last year there was a separate, I don't know if you remember, a separate melee room.
Viewing room,
Yeah, and I never liked the separate viewing rooms because I think it's best to be one with the people, one with everybody all at once. That's where the hype builds up. That's where you can go watch Melee. You don't feel like you're missing out on something
stand
else.
Up and
just watch something else. Yeah, exactly.
I remember walking in there on day one and being like, oh, this room is really stupid. And just like, I decided I would sprint across the length of the room because there was nobody there to see if I could find it on the stream. And I never did.
No?
But like,
your sprint didn't come out on stream?
I don't think so. Yeah, but it was just like, it was like, well, it's Juma. I know Juma. I assume you don't know Juma, so that's Juma.
I do not know Juma. No, tell me about Juma.
Juma, Fox Falco main.
Okay.
It doesn't depend on the day. It depends on the character. And actually, he's warming up Falco against Puff right now, so it might just depend on the day.
And from where?
Here.
NorCal. From NorCal. Okay.
Is it San Mateo? I don't know. It's something at the bottom of the bay, like in between SF and San Jose.
And here we have a recent Jigglypuff top 100. Although I'm not sure if they were in the top 100 last year, but did very well at the dog tournament I was at. Why am I forgetting? Santa Paws. Santa Paws, yeah. Quite well there.
In Bama, yeah.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine is from Alabama, and he's like, oh, you should go. I could maybe get you a commentary spot. And I'm like, I don't like dogs. Why would I go?
You don't like dogs?
No, I wish I did. They're very popular.
But you don't hate them, at least?
Not really. I grew up with them, and I'm just scared. You know, because like when I was very small, the dog we had was bigger than me, and then it died, and I saw the body. And then we replaced it with a hell demon that terrorized me for the rest of my adolescence.
Man. Yeah, no,
so
I
don't have good experiences with them.
Yeah, you were set up. Yeah, that's.
I'm not advantaged, but we never. Okay, Panko, yes. We never got to the tag of the player.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
Panko, I think
I got lost in the dog talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people heard about Panko like last year when he just destroyed Ghidorah and like Riptide or something.
Yeah.
All right, that is a stock.
Now, so you mentioned that it depends on the character whether Juma goes Fox or Falco,
Right.
but here he is.
I am surprised that he is
Falco,
playing
right?
Bird. He might want to keep it warm for some other reason, but I really don't know. I would expect him to go Fox here, but yeah. That's the thing about Double Space is where both characters are very, very good. So like, you can make a decision that is theoretically wrong, but at the end of the day, people are just going to be kind of like,
yeah, but still totally doable, and you know,
people are really used to watching.
comes down to preference.
People are really used to watching Mango pick and like. He's been subbed to Mango for 6 years. I don't know if that like is impressive to you at all because I imagine you've been subbed since day one. But like
since day one, but there was a random break where Twitch just shut down my sub, and I didn't notice till 5 months later. And Mango was pissed. He actually, I think he unsubbed to me during that time because he saw that I was unsubbed.
Eye for an eye.
Yeah,
right. we got to pass around the same $5 and lose the Amazon cut.
But otherwise, I was actually his number one. I believe I was number 100.
Oh, you lost your Founder's badge.
I did. Yeah, it was very upsetting. I did lose the Founder's badge, yes. He was making fun of me because I started off with the really low-level one once I resubbed. Was it the Shine? What's his lowest level one?
I think it's a brown Shine with no decoration or something.
I swear I'm Mango Nation. I should know that, but...
Yeah, I am not, and I'm just guessing.
You're not Mango Nation?
No.
Blark, so far you've told me you're not Mango Nation. You hate dogs.
I am setting myself up for. I need to have redeemable qualities.
You, man. I do
need to have some redeemable qualities.
So far I like you, but you're giving me a lot of data here that's making it real tough.
Right. I keep meaning to use my Prime on something. I want to use it on the Plup Fridge. That's my favorite copy pasta.
Plup Fridge?
My favorite copy pasta is spam this fridge to spam this fridge.
Oh, I've never heard this one.
It's self-referential. It's just Plup has an emoji that is a fridge with a Pepe on it, and it just says spam this fridge to spam this fridge.
Nice.
And it doesn't claim anything. Like you don't.
It is what it is.
You're not even rooting for Plup.
And
I just think it's really fun.
Much like Plup's one tweet with the Cheeto lying on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
Tweet for the rest of time. Did he change it? If he didn't change it when he went Genesis,
he has not changed it.
Yeah,
no,
I'm not on Twitter anymore. I don't remember.
I'm not on like Plup's Twitter like that, but I check every now and then just to see if the Cheeto tweet is still there, and I believe it is.
Just on your phone in a McDonald's, like, it's a Cheeto.
Yeah.
Like,
I started thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're actually keeping it close.
This is a competitive game. This is still a competitive game.
I wonder if was that rest territory or was there a jump possibility?
This is better, but yes, that's absolutely enough to arrest. Like up until around about 55, I want to say it's just free if they don't do that.
I see. Maybe a little bit of hesitation.
Oh yeah.
The window's got to be tighter at that point. Too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Panko trying to not take too much damage. Maybe even probably sneak or rest before getting to that last stock.
He's doing the sneak option where he's like doing this little nair and it's like, I'm going to fade this in and then I'm going to press C and we're going to go to game 2. But like...
opportunity? No.
Good crouch, keeping it tame. And
I love that shield poke, dropping
still
down.
Still no rest. Puff is dumb, though, because there are other punishes. So sometimes they won't rest, and I'll be like, oh, are they doing a personal challenge? Like,
yeah. They want to see if they could do it.
Are you trying to prove that it's not broken? Like,
that's funny. There's just no other reason, right?
Right.
They just...
Okay, last stock. Puff, among the worst characters to be last stock against.
Yes. All right.
Really high dare with no O cancel, but no punish, which I guess is good, at least lucky.
Okay.
No punish
misses.
there either.
Yeah. All right, let's see if Panko can clean it up. That DI is going to do it. Yeah, and Panko scratches the edge.
We'll see what Panko mains, who Juma picks. I think...
It doesn't feel like there would be a character adjustment, just considering how well that went.
Do you think FD is the ban anyway?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's no reason to pick Fox then. Because like Fox FD is brutal unless you're Plup, and then it's not great. But like for everyone else, it's like a really good thing.
Okay, so sticks to the Falco.
Yeah.
Okay, misses a laser, and
gets it,
that's a big punish off of that missed laser. Laser was going to prevent the grab, but doesn't get it.
Oh, go high.
Okay, yeah, jumps over that attempted aerial.
Yeah, that was a good read, and his reward is 11% and reset to neutral.
Hey, you know, against somebody that dies as quickly as Jigglypuff,
Right. That is the trade-off.
those 11% are worth
like,
a lot.
I didn't
you know?
get anything off this punch. It's like, yeah, but you got X% closer to killing them than you might have gotten anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Star KO. That's brutal. No up air.
Yeah. Pango's starting to run away with this.
Yeah.
Okay, gets the weak hit of the back here, not getting that KO.
Strong won't kill either. That's a problem. You got problems. And you, okay, yeah. Misses the pound. I think a fall through pound would have actually just connected, but like misses, gets the stock. So far, 2 rests.
Yeah, making for a big lead.
Oh, it's fire.
Ooh,
okay, gonna DI for the tree.
Okay. Trying to play on the tree, not opting to stay away.
Yeah.
I think Jigglypuff might be at the disadvantage if Falco's approaching on this.
I would say that Juma will play the tree 100 times out of 100, and Panko is probably
Is that just
bored.
preference? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, doing wall jump double lasers, trying to add some flash into it. And wow, actually calls out the jump out of shield at the right moment. Yeah, that was tricky.
Okay, let's see if, okay, you can't camp the tree if it's not there. Nice roll read. Can't get
what an interesting wave land into down tilt.
Right.
It's one of those, just you throw it out there, keep them honest. Okay. Okay, these lasers are hitting now. Now the damage is racking up. This is working out.
Oh, they both air dodge.
Yeah, Juma right in it, actually. After just being down 2 stocks from the early rest.
Yeah. That's really funny when both people air dodge, though, because they both think the same thing. They're like, oh, I'm going to get hit. Oh.
Yep. Brawl tactics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I would just always jam the air dodge.
Oh, yeah, it's broken.
Okay, just all it takes is one sweet spot hit. Okay.
All right.
Dead even. I'll see it.
The last stock. Dead.
Oh, it just goes right for the rest. That started off at 0%, right? Or was there damage? Did I miss damage?
Yeah, it was 0.
So that was just bad DI.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just a throw into a rest. Wow.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you get closer to the blast zone when you get on the platform.
Yeah, true.
Still, though, yeah.
It might be
really
an angle or something.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So we have to pay bills again.
Yeah, we got a 2-minute break coming up, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Red Bull gives you wings. KO!
Hey, welcome back. I am Hugs, and this is Blarg. And we are back with round one, round one of singles.
Right.
I don't know the wave name. I was going to try to say the wave name, but I totally don't know it.
Well,
Is it
the
C?
first one was a 10, and if we take it in alphabetical order, so it was 10 to 12 and 12 to 2. So yeah, this is C.
This would be C,
this
right?
is 2 to 4. Yeah,
Beautiful.
so
I love the logic.
Right, yeah. I mean, I didn't remember either. But there is a way to work backwards here. So we have Preeminent and somebody else.
Yeah, Preeminent recently being ranked. Ooh, I think I even know this number. Watch, like 76. No, 68. I think 68, something like that. But Preeminent getting ranked in the top 100.
Yeah. Really good player.
Also has a. Ooh, do you remember? So Preeminent was on that DK versus Ganon crew battle at SmashCon. I'm just trying to remember, like Preeminent was on as a ringer.
Oh.
And I forget if it was for the Ganon team or for the DK team. I forget.
Yeah, it could be either.
I think it was DK.
There's no evidence we can take. So Preeminent playing Electro Man. We got Fox Dittos going, but
so
you got eyes. You saw that.
I believe the names are switched.
Chris is Preeminent. That's all I know. So I think this is correct, actually.
Oh, really?
Wait, no.
No.
Yes, Preeminent looks like the person on the right.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So the human being in the camera on the right is Preeminent.
And then Electro Man is the human being on the left.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Very important we know that. Very crucial that the fans know who we're looking at in this branded industry of ours.
Earlier there was a set where Azel was playing against a Fox player as Marth, and Azel told the stream runner, he just said, I'm going to be port 4. But the stream runner labeled Azel as the Fox.
Yeah,
so
like
they watched,
as you naturally would, right?
The stream watched Azel get destroyed.
Oh, no.
And then, I told him, hey, the stream thought you were Fox, and then he, ran to tell his pool captain, hey, I won.
Wait.
Yeah.
Just in case there was the confusion.
Scar and Toph thought Azel got killed.
Oh, man. Yeah, I understand that. It does get confusing. I once saw Blur. He was teaming with the Falcon. I forget who, but Blur as the Marth and the Falcon. Was it Johnny or somebody? But the other team was also Fox. Oh, sorry, Marth and Falcon. Yeah. And they had teamed with the wrong person during the set. So, while Blur was, losing, his teammate would pop off, and I'd see the opposite reactions from both teammates, and I was like, wait, hold on. Hold on. Do they not realize?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got a 4-stock going right now.
Yeah, the 4. Preeminent port 2. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, no 4.
No 4-stock.
Haven't been any 4s.
Yeah, Preeminent coming out the gate strong.
Electroman tag Nem, I want to say, is New England Melee.
Ah, okay.
That would be my guess.
There you go. Okay, Preeminent with a solid first game.
So that is a 3-stock. Sometimes people try to describe it where it's it was almost JV4, but he took 3%. And I think there's no good line in the sand you can draw. I think that's just a 3-stock.
Right. Was it a laser? I think lasers
it was probably a laser.
Lasers count.
Yeah, lasers count.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. People who say lasers don't count are it's too nerdy for the concept.
There we go. You know what, Blark? That's one of those opinions that are making me. You're growing on me now, right? Because I fully agree. There's no argument. It's very straightforward.
We agree on something.
Yes.
We didn't agree on the first 2
Maybe
things
the other ones were a little more important, but we could agree on something. And this
it's the one song, Breakfast at Tiffany's, where it's I hate you, but we liked this one movie once.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something. Silver lining everywhere.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So this time keeping it close, a little bit closer for Electroman, but as he has yard. And usually when you're playing someone that's on the level of Preeminent, you're feeling good as you're getting that damage in early, you're keeping up, but they find ways to extend that lead. Those little difference makers on the first stock just they get amplified, right? They just keep growing.
You have to be so ready to play against a very good Spacey in the Spacey Ditto because you're thinking, okay, I'll just orient myself, and then no, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to orient yourself. That's not how the matchup works.
Yeah, they'll do everything they can to stop that.
They're just going to kill you right away, and then you have to work from there.
Yeah.
If you're just I'll orient myself on the blah blah blah, you have to be right immediately ready.
Yeah. They'll overwhelm you. Double shine covers it.
Goes nowhere, I guess.
Hey, good recovery.
Yeah. Worked out.
Okay. Tries to sneak in the falling up air. Okay. Taking the top. As long as Electro Man can avoid those really quick
could be good
offstage KOs, then Electro Man is keeping up.
Okay,
good
nice tech. Yeah, it's really good to know to do that, especially in this matchup.
But the punishment is still going. It hasn't changed Preeminent's plan.
Yeah. Preeminent missed a full hop, which is something annoying that can happen if you're too technical. Where
you're just too used to letting go of the button too quickly.
You're like your fingers are moving too fast, and then like you try to you try not to do something that is very hard to learn.
Right.
And you can't.
You mess up the easier option.
Yeah.
Okay, good tech chase, but now no KO off of that. Good DI. Okay, and that should be, the hesitation, but still follows it up.
But like, that can happen if you're like, I need to hit tech chases. Like, if you're like really thinking about that specific thing, then that can be a thing that happens.
Right. Double jumps, but then ends up stuck on the top platform, so not as big of a punish as Electro Man was going for.
Right. Down smash just gets him out.
Yeah,
I was like, that looked weird, but the
Samus tactics. Samus tactics. I like it. Okay. Electro Man standing out of range, finding good timings to get in and whiff punish.
Okay, nice falling. This can be really strong. All right, juggle spot. No. All right, good jump.
Oh, sneaks in.
Gets the stock. Yes. Good roll, good roll. Both solid interactions. And we play a game with 0 deaths in it, and we are not about to see one. Oh,
okay, mixed it in.
I might have lied. Let's see.
Oh, good tech.
Nice
These techs have been good.
Falling up air. No, wow. That was
mistake.
Ambitious, but the
back-to-back
mistakes. Will do it. Yeah, back-to-back. Ledge jump. I like saying ledge jump because it just makes my brain happy because so many people say tournament winner.
Yeah.
We're like, tournament winner is a longer phrase.
Longer phrase and more confusing.
Right,
people have no idea what it means. That's thing number 2, man, between you and I. Thing number 2 between you and I.
Right. So
you and I, we're not so different.
Not so different.
We're not so different. All right, yeah, quality win. Electro Man was actually coming back, playing a lot stronger in the second game.
Right.
Kept keeping it close.
Yeah, Fox Pseudos are an interesting matchup where like it is just as easy to get steamrolled as it is to reverse the course.
Yeah. And I think if you're playing in a Fox Ditto with somebody who is on the caliber of Preeminent and you're doing that well, I think that says a lot because there's no way that Preeminent doesn't know the matchup.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So you're dealing with someone who is like a veteran in the matchup and you're still hanging. So that's
for real impossible to get as good as Preeminent is without knowing the Fox matchup.
Yes.
Where like that happens at like top Foxes will that happen where it's like they'll have a matchup they're not familiar with. It's like, well, why are they familiar with this matchup? Well, because it's just correct in terms of probability to learn how to play like the most common 4 characters perfectly. And then it's like, oh, Yoshi, what is this? You know?
Yeah, I think in this day and age of Melee, if you have trouble with the Fox match, if that is not one of your best matchups, then there's something going on. Yeah,
you need to reevaluate your
life choices.
Not the whole thing. Just this
particular choice.
This little neighborhood of your life needs to be reoriented. So we have Ginger.
Ginger coming up.
And another person. Ginger needs no introduction.
Yeah.
I remember it was really Mr. Rit.
Mr. Rit.
Well, okay.
Is Ginger's opponent.
Yeah. Okay. I remember it was really confusing. I think when Ginger had like a big breakout tournament and like started winning a bunch of stuff, his hair was blue, and I was just like, why is he called Ginger?
Yeah, that was. I think that was a summit goal where he had to go as Falco, so part of that was dyeing his hair blue, and honestly, it looked pretty good.
Yeah. And then time passed, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, the truth comes out. Right?
That makes sense. So, okay, Ginger, we just gave an introduction, and then...
So, yeah, I am not super familiar with Mr. It, but does play Marth, which is a promising benefit for this matchup against somebody on the caliber of Ginger. Marth can do it.
Well, we were talking about last block where, like, if you pick a top tier, you always have at least one thing going for you.
Yes.
If you're not a good character, there are some situations where literally nothing is going right.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a good character, you're always a good character.
You got an option at all times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Marth
more
would be one
of those options, right? Like good characters, I think they're good because they have a bevy of options in any given situation.
Right.
And then the DKs and the Samuses of the world, they can hang, but they got maybe like one viable option.
Right,
and you just better be good enough to find it.
It's like, what are my options here? You have one option.
Yes.
Aren't there any others? No.
Yeah, you're literally living at 24/7 the Doctor Strange life where he's just pointing the one at you.
One scenario.
You have one at all times, the entire time.
Right. Okay. This is a good start.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to update those names in a sec.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Playing towards the ledge, and it gets the down tilt. That's a
literally
stuff.
just down tilt 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the thing to do.
Yeah. No, that dash away to get that grab and bring Ginger off stage, this is already big. Those are two
stocks. Crowd
quick
going
KOs.
Crazy. We got
Ginger smiling.
Uh-oh. You don't want the smile coming out of people.
Oh, my goodness. Ginger
Ginger is being
getting rocked on the ledge. Oh, my God. Ginger
What's going on?
Struggling right now. Mr. It.
I'm just
killing
confused.
Well, I mean, Ginger It. Mr. Rit is playing great off the corner and finding good moments to dash away and get that regrab.
I see what the Marth is doing, and I get it, but I'm confused with, like, Ginger's mental state where, like, is he having a God complex moment where, like, this never happens?
I think, no. I definitely don't think it's that. I think Ginger, after losing that first stock in that fashion, it's just acknowledging the threat and just because it doesn't serve you as a good player to be upset by it or to spiral from it. And obviously you could hear the crowd behind you cheering for Mr. Rit.
Right. Yeah.
Ginger's best bet is to laugh it off and say, okay, respect. Now I'm going to try to do it on game 2.
So Ginger now needs to get a 2-0 against this player.
Yes, which is a scary prospect against somebody who just
beat you in 80 seconds. Yeah,
and plays a character that can do it again.
Right.
So this is what makes top players is they get into these sticky situations and they don't get nervous. So we'll see.
Yeah, like anybody can play amazing for like 10 seconds.
Yes. This is now pressure that Ginger has to be feeling because Mr. It was no joke in that first game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we have more information about Mr. Rit. FA Melee. I would guess is Florida Melee, but it could be just Family.
Family. It could be. It's from France. Okay. France Melee. There we go.
Yeah. I was never going to guess that.
Okay. Oh, and the SD.
Yeah.
Okay, now Ginger operating with a cushion.
Yep.
Probably a good opportunity for Ginger to regain his bearings.
Oh, that
gain
was
some
so
comfort.
Good.
Yeah. And this happens sometimes. Sometimes when you're a player on Ginger's level, there's a lot that goes on in your head every time you play the game, and sometimes you need to just remember all of it, right? You need to put it into practice because playing
forward goes for
sometimes you're just off. You just feel like a shell of yourself.
All right, so the two players have traded
3 stocks,
80% 3 stocks.
Yes.
And we are now going to play a best of 1.
I have a feeling that this last one won't be dominant in one direction or the other.
I think you are probably right, but I also think Ginger is more likely than
yes.
Than
I would say that that's still definitely the case.
Yeah. It's funny though when you're like that overmatched and you take game 1, your chances of winning go up by like 10%.
yeah.
You're like, oh, 1 game, 1 is almost 2, but like no.
I think that situation ends up coming down so much to the nerves.
Yeah.
And then part of it is actually being able to hang gameplay wise.
Yeah. Absolutely, that's a thing that people think all the time. Where like, oh, I can do it. Right. You can get taken aback by your own self.
Oh yeah. As soon as you start thinking about it, as soon as you start thinking about what it looks like to have the Ginger win, that's when you've lost.
Oh yeah.
You can never think about it. And Ginger playing so clean now. Yeah, this is all just textbook. The kind of stuff we're used to from
That's a
Ginger.
huge deal. That was an easy F smash. Like, the crouch cancel gave it a little bit of unpredictability, but yeah, you're dead.
Okay, yeah. Ginger looking dominant now. The crowd is silent. They're very silent at this point. That makes Ginger smiling a lot more. How do I put it? Not mischievous, but you know, that smile wasn't nerves. It was just like, okay, well, respect. Yeah. Let's see if you can deal with this.
Right.
He knows what kind of a player he is.
Yeah. Just like thinking about the crowd, like they are being deceived.
Yeah, exactly.
I am in no danger.
He's like a magician. He's like, watch. He's currently, God, what's the movie where there's like 10 magicians? Christian Bale, like he keeps cloning himself or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I think you're talking about The Prestige.
The Prestige, yeah, he's prestiging the audience. Yeah. I don't know if that analogy works.
I don't think so, because the guy that keeps cloning himself like dies every time he does it. So, like,
all right, or you know, all right, he's David Blaney the audience. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
They think I'm about to be electrocuted,
yes.
But you see, I was wearing an insulated suit the whole time.
You get me. Oh, tricky. Oh,
almost.
Yeah, a lot of trickery going on.
Good. Gets tech chase, yes.
Oh. Okay. Now you still don't want to be in a last stock situation against a Marth.
When people are last stock and they're down, like I made that noise just now that people make when people like run into a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, you know, when they like drop a combo. Like, yeah.
But good showing from Mr. Rig. I mean, that first game was
that game one. They will remember the game one.
Yeah, and it was on stream, so you get to watch it forever.
Yeah.
You know, and learn from it. Actually, you get to see what worked and then what adjustments Ginger made.
You don't bother learning from the game one. The game one, you're like, this is the fun one.
Yeah.
And this is the constructive one. Like, there's little partitions.
See, a guy like me hits the X button as soon as game one is done.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm watching that.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to see myself lose. That hurts.
It's like, oh, that was cool. It's like
a guy like Zane watches the whole thing.
I think we had somebody recently around here who won a local, and then they said that they won the local. They came home, they watched the sets they won, and then the following day they watched the sets they lost.
After winning the local?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
you got to celebrate a little bit. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Wait, they won the local, but they lost multiple sets or just games?
I think just the one set that they lost, and then there was like another one that was closer than it should have been or something.
Yeah. I remember I had a convo with Zane once where we were talking shop, and he brings up like me watching the games where I lost. I was like, I don't really do that. And he lost his mind. He's like, are you kidding? You don't watch the games you lose? I'm like, no, man, it kind of hurts. I don't like watching it. I'm sensitive. It hurts me. It hurts seeing it.
You have to confront the truth
about myself.
Yeah.
That's scary. Zane just does it every day on a Tuesday.
And he's just like
anytime.
You fool.
It's just another Tuesday.
You are living in the shadows.
Yeah. And then here he is.
It's great.
And that's where I want to live. You could be top 2 in the world, top 1 in the world on some years. And I'll be happy.
Top 1 on a good day.
And I'll think great things about myself.
Right, yeah. It is a funny thing.
Because in the end, you know, the rankings don't stick with you, but you know what does? You.
Well, yeah, my mother likes to say, wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah. Deep.
That's
getting deep right now.
Something she likes to throw around.
Yeah. That's a great line.
Yeah. She's in her 60s. She's still using it. Must be great.
Nice. Yeah, my mom's got something like that. They're in Spanish, though, and they don't make a lot of sense sometimes.
Yeah. It's always stuff like, the deer turns best when the bucket of water. And it's like, what is this?
I'm like, what? She grew up on a ranch, though, so maybe it made sense at some point.
Right,
but I don't know what she's saying.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're getting another match for us.
Sourcing players from.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes
I've had that happen.
Yeah, sometimes pools go by really quickly.
Now that this is well in rear view, like at the beginning of I think Genesis 8, I had the worst commentary block in history.
Oh yeah.
Where there was a delayed start by 90 minutes, and then there were 2 matches when the block actually happened.
Whoa! So you were on stream for 90 minutes?
No.
Okay.
I was on stream for half an hour, but it was
no
10
match.
a.m. block. I got there at 10. And they're like, yeah, we're trying an audio thing, and it's not working. So then an hour passes. And then I'm like, is it working? And they're like, no. So then 30 more minutes pass, and me and Radar are just sitting facing forward like, well, they could be starting any minute now.
Yeah.
And then And then it starts. We talked. There was a match. There was a Ness in the match. The match ends.
Oh, no.
We talk about Ness for 15 minutes. There's another match, and the block ends.
Wow.
And now that this is 2 years from now, I can talk about this on stream. But at the time, I was like, oh, yeah, thank you. Like, I smiled and shook everybody's hand, and then I got off the block, and I'm like, oh, my God, what was that about?
That might have been like a waste of precious time in your life, right? Is that how you felt?
Major. No, well, I'm not so much a precious time person because, I got a lot of hours. But
you still don't want to spend it, sitting there and then eventually you get a Ness.
But at the end of the day, I'm really happy to be here. I was happy to be here. I was happy to be there then.
Yeah.
Just the conditions are different.
Did the Ness win, by the way?
No. I don't even. Actually, I don't think there was a Ness on stream. I think I made that up.
Oh, it might have. Yeah,
because we were just talking about nothing, and then it's like, oh, what character do you think is underdeveloped? And I said Ness because he has no one who is passionate about him, which is true.
Oh, Kirby Kaze now apparently.
Well, yeah, that.
But
now.
yes, yeah. But of all time, correct. Yes, never.
And Kirby Kaze is like 40 years old or something. I don't know. Like,
hey, we don't make fun of age here.
Right. Yes.
Right.
I'm just. I was trying to make an observation. I'm kidding. I was making fun of it.
No,
I don't want to.
Yeah. But no, actually, the only other person I've seen take Ness seriously is Simna from NorCal.
Simna, yeah. I remember I had been playing for like 6 months, and I was playing Anthers, and I played Simna as Sheik, and I would take games by just standing there and up tilting in place. And I'm like, this character is sad.
You know, there was actually a point. So back in the DC++ days, where we would chat there. This is like pre-YouTube, so people would go onto the hub.
Like people mentioned that in the doc, where they're like, "Oh, you put the file up and you download the file."
Yeah, that's
and
how we
would
watch
one game of Ken PC. Or
and that's how we would watch games, and a lot of players would hang out in the hub, and that's where we would talk shop.
Sure.
And this is before you had access to playing a lot of these players. So Simna, who was a Ness player, I remember he would come in and talk about some brand new tech that he discovered, and he described how he could prevent himself from dying by catching himself with a up B or something. He had some tech. I don't know, but it sounded so scary in writing, and you don't get to see it. So you're really there was a point where I was really thinking, man, this guy broke the game.
You're like, oh, is Ness 10th?
And he gets to be online, and nobody gets to check him, right? Nobody gets to play against him and exploit it. No one gets to see the videos. So he could just talk like he just had it down to a T, and you're like, whoa.
I'm told that similar stuff happened in the Brawl days with Mewtwo King asserting other characters were best that were not Meta Knight. Where, Coney was talking about that on stream, where it's like every week Mewtwo King would come in to the main Smashboards thread and be like, the best character in the game is blank. And it would never be Meta Knight, and it would always be something stupid. It would always be like
a character that he doesn't play?
Like Squirtle or Wario or King Dedede or something. Anything.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm done right now, right? Yeah. All right. Thanks for having me. I'm done for the day.
Take your break, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, had a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
All right. So he is staying here. Do you know who's coming?
Yeah, Dark Genix.
Coming to join you. All right.
Dark Genix coming to join. And
the Roblox wizard himself.
Yes.
And so, all right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good Genesis. Take care.
And we'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Si hay una cosa que quiero ver, será una chimba de una vez. La máquina se vuelve estrella. Que choque, choque, pues. Si hay una cosa de todo, que te va y que te a mí no me habla de favor. A discutir, eso no queda para qué. Yo lo que quiero es que suceda. Que te vaya mal, pero porfa de verdad. Sí, 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 te quedas. Adivinándome en cuanto mi tiempo será.